Hello everyone and welcome back to Simple Investing. This video is going to be all about my number one crypto miner stock pick for the year of 2021. Now without any further ado, let's dive on in and take a look at what it is. As you guys have seen, Bitcoin's been having a blast from the past over the last couple of months of 2020, and the crypto miner stocks have been following through, some having gains of 3 to 10x or even more. And as you guys have also probably realized, it's getting harder and harder to find crypto mining stocks that are still undervalued or trading at cash value. With all this in mind, over the last week, I've been accumulating Fortress Blockchain Corporation, which is trading on the TSX Venture Exchange under the ticker symbol FORT. Now, this stock is still trading at its cash value, making it extremely undervalued when compared to other crypto miner stocks. And hence, I believe that this is still a hidden gem within the space and still has plenty of room to move to the upside as retail investors start to notice it. We're not here to indulge in fantasies though, and this stock is not profitable, same as most other crypto mining stocks. It's Bitcoin's price action that's going to determine how this stock will be trading over the upcoming months. However, there is a couple points that can help determine how much potential a stock has to run, such as the exchange it's listed on, the share structure, and the market cap. Being listed on the Venture Exchange makes this a tier 1 stock. This should bode well for institutional buying down the road. As of November 27, 2020, there's 69.76 million common shares out. 31% of these shares are owned by insiders, another 17% are owned by hedge funds, and the remaining 52% are left for retail investors, which is roughly 36.27 million. Now this makes it an extremely tight float. The company acquired 77.1 Bitcoin as of October 27, 2020. And that brought the total up to 163.2 as of November 24th, 2020. Now combine this with 9 million in cash and no debt, and this brings the company's market cap to roughly 15 million, considering Bitcoin's price of 34,000 Canadian. Fort closed on December 24th at 22 cents, making the market cap exactly 15.35 million. Therefore, as I stated before, Fort is trading at cash value. Have Bitcoin's chart, and as you guys can see here, the market's closed on December 24th, and ever since that day Bitcoin just went on an absolute monster tear, almost going up 25% from that close, from the market's close. So I mean, that should bode well for crypto miners, as it did have a massive increase. Here it ended up topping out, and it's having a bit of a pullback, perhaps consolidation. I mean, that's what I'd like to see. Definitely don't want to keep having green every day. Like, you definitely need to have pullbacks and consolidations, as that's healthy for the long-term chart. And it just establishes a stronger support basically to bounce off for the next leg up. Here I just drew some supports just in case if Bitcoin does decide to go for a dip at 26,000, 24,600, and 23,800. That shouldn't affect the crypto miners too much. You know, they're not as sensitive as Bitcoin. When Bitcoin decides to break a support, it definitely takes a big nosedive. The crypto miners don't react that exact same way. They're a little bit less sensitive, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. And here you guys can see too, the accumulation just keeps going up. It's nuts. Here we have Fort stock chart, and if we just zoom out just a little bit, you guys can see here Fort went public on August 22nd of 2018. And as you guys can also see, pretty much nothing's been going on. It's been dead volume. It's been sleeping over the last 2.5 years until the most recent couple of trading sessions. It's definitely been catching some investors' eyes, that's for sure. Yeah, it's definitely had some high volume, even second highest volume day since it's started trading 2.5 years ago. So it did end up topping out at 27 cents, and it did have a pullback. And as you guys can also see here, it's a really nice pullback on relatively low volume. As well as you guys can see here, the accumulation is still going up, so people are still collecting it. I drew out here some lines for support and resistance near term. So the nearest resistances that we have is 24 cents and 27 cents, the new all-time high. And for supports, we have 19.5 cents, 17.5 cents, and 15.5 cents. I would be surprised if it went below 19.5 cents with all this Bitcoin movement. You know, it just went on a crazy tear right now. So I don't see it going down. If anything, it's going to be tapping this 24, 27 cents, you know, trying it out. And after that, it's pretty much blue sky territory. And just to do a quick recap here, to wrap up the charts, I decided to throw in DMGI as well, as I did cover it in my YouTube video 7 months ago. And I'm sure some of you guys are curious what's been happening here.
I did end up selling my crypto store, so I won't be doing a follow-up chart on that. But anyways, as you guys can see here, it had an absolutely massive run here from about 7 cents, the March lows, and it ended up topping out at about 90 cents. So yeah, it had a pretty much 10-11x run, which is nuts. It was following Hive's footsteps, and they had two of the best runs out of all the crypto mining stocks that I've been watching. So on the way up, it did create some nasty gaps here between 35 and 38 cents, as well as 55 and 50 and 64 cents, which ended up getting filled here. And I mean, I'm really happy to see that, and I'm happy it ended up happening sooner rather than later, because it will just establish a stronger base now, for the next leg up. And as you guys can see here, also the candle ended up closing above the 9-day EMA, which I also like to see. So here we're hitting two birds with one stone. I highly doubt that this bottom gap will fill with all this FOMO going around. Bitcoin's just on a tear, and I don't see a pullback going down as low as this anytime soon. If anything, it's going to be tapping that 72 and 90 cents, and yeah, it's just going to be trying to push on higher, just triggering all these previous resistances. So I think it's exciting. I think there's a lot more gas for this one to go. Like accumulation, there was quite a bit of a sell-off here, but I see it's just starting to regenerate here, and I think it's going to keep going up. So yeah, it's looking good, you guys.
Just before you wrap this up, I wanted to say that this is an extremely speculative play, and it fully depends on Bitcoin continuing to make new all-time highs. So please, you guys, do your own due diligence. Don't just rely on what I said, as at the end of the day, I am just some random guy online. And now to wrap this up, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it useful in any kind of way, please hit that subscribe button below, as well as that like button. It's really going to help my channel grow.